Why you shouldn't listen to me? This is going to be a fun one. Basically, I think that a lot of people nowadays like to give advice, including myself. But something that you guys have to understand is that what works for one person doesn't necessarily work for everybody, which means that we're all different. We have different goals, different ambitions, different strengths, different core competencies. And if you try to apply somebody else's principles to your own, let's say, car, that, that doesn't mean that they're gonna work together with all of the other. I read a lot of biographies of Steve Jobs, Musk, and Jeff Bezos, and from these biographies, I noticed things that are interesting to me. Let's say engineering. At first, I didn't really care about engineering, but I realized now the utility of engineering and how cool it is to be able to create something and combine physical hardware with software, which means that I came up with my own reasons for learning engineering. Leadership styles, interesting leadership styles that Musk and Jobs and Jeff Bezos, all of them have interesting leadership styles. They overlap in certain places, but for me, this is important information. As a founder, entrepreneur, CEO, this is very useful information to me. But I don't just blindly copy them and copy their paths. I take what works from some people and eliminate what doesn't or doesn't suit me as an individual from the other information. Let's put it this way. So it's about filtering information, understanding what information is important and useful to you and what information should be omitted. As a founder and CEO, I find a lot of use cases for this information that I read. But maybe you're not a founder, maybe you're not a CEO, maybe for you, it's not your core strengths, competency, that's not what you're naturally good at. Well, maybe for you, that's not important then. You shouldn't listen, you shouldn't read that. For example, I don't take any productivity advice from neurotypical people because I'm not a neurotypical, I don't have a neurotypical brain. My brain, because I have ADHD, is neurodivergent, which means that neurotypical advice just doesn't work for me. I've learned that one of the best ways I can be productive and just work well is literally to listen to my own body. Nobody knows how my body or brain functions, and if I try to implement other people's strategies, it just doesn't work. So this is what you have to understand, that not everything that people will tell you on the internet especially works well. You have to be skeptical and don't just listen to people blindly. Don't copy, extract, adapt, and apply.